Hello, my peeps, and welcome to another Phillips podcast. Just a couple of MSAs. Don't forget, please write down that your homework tonight is workbook page 49, problems 1 through 5. Don't forget that you have a new EOC review packet this week. You have 2 weeks to complete this packet. The new EOC review packet is not due until Monday, December 17th, 2 weeks. We will do problems 1 through 5 during online tutoring tonight from the new packet. If you'd like to retake your Chapter 4 test, directions are on our blackboard in the announcement section. There will be no district quiz this week. We're still keeping an eye out on week 6 course. Hopefully they're in today or tomorrow. And yes, for all you haters out there sipping that haterade, guess what? You will have a test on Chapter 5 in 2 weeks, thanks to the Bears defense, who gave up a 97-yard touchdown drive with less than 4 minutes to go to seal the deal and lose the game. Way to go, guys! Please write down your spiral. This is lesson 5.4, writing linear equations in standard form. Standard form is ax plus by equals c. Please write standard form ax plus by equals c on your paper. C is going to be our constant, or C is going to be the tornado in standard form. A, B, and C are integers, which are positive or negative numbers. Beware, the standard form equation ax plus by equals c is not on the end of the year reference sheet. It is not on the reference sheet. So you will have to use your powers and you will have to memorize the equation for standard form. You will have to memorize it. Hello, my peeps, and welcome to another Phillips podcast. Several MSAs. Here we go. First MSA homework tonight is workbook page 49, problems 1 through 5. Second MSA, you have a new EOC review packet this week. You have 2 weeks to complete the packet. The new packet is not due until December 17th. We will do problems 1 through 5 during online tutoring this evening. If you want to retake your Chapter 4 test, directions are in Blackboard. There will be no district quiz this week. We're still keeping an eye out on week 6 course. Hopefully they will be in today or tomorrow. And yes, for all you haters out there sipping the haterade, you can thank the Bears, who gave up a 97-yard touchdown drive to the Seattle Seahawks with less than 4 minutes to go in the game to seal the deal and lose. So you will have a test on Chapter 5, courtesy of the Bears, in 2 weeks. Please write in your spiral. This is going to be lesson 5.4, standard form. 5.4, standard form. Please write in your spiral. Standard form is ax plus by equals c. Ax plus by equals c. C is going to be our constant, and our constant is going to be our tornado for standard form. C is our constant, C is the tornado in standard form. A, B, and C are going to be integers, which are positive or negative numbers. Beware! You are going to have to memorize this formula for standard form. Why? It is not on the reference sheet. It is not on the reference sheet. So you will have to memorize standard form ax plus by equals c for the games. If you would, I'd like you to take out a piece of graph paper. On your graph paper, please draw a coordinate grid. Make your life easy today. I want you to go to the right 4, up 4, left to -4, and down to -4. And then I would like you to staple it in your spiral. If you would, on your graph paper, I would like you to graph this line. Go to 1, 1, put a dot. Go to 2, -2, put a dot, and draw yourself a line. Alright, our directions say write an equation in standard form. Please make yourself a note. There are two things we need to find. We need to find the slope, and we need to find the y-intercept. We need to find a slope and a y-intercept. So, first thing we're going to do, let's find the slope. There are two different ways that we could find the slope of this graph. The first way we can find the slope is rise over run. Remember that slope is also the variable m. We could do rise over run, or we could plug and chug and use our slope formula, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Both ways will work. I think that it would probably be the fastest and most efficient way to use rise over run. If you want to do the other way, that's fine. We should come up with the same answer. If I do rise over run, I'm going to get a rise of 3 and a run of 1. So you can draw, you can draw the picture on your paper. Rise over run. The next thing we need to do, we need to identify if we have a positive slope or negative slope. If my line is going like this, you do not want to be sitting next to Mr. Phillips when we go to Busch Gardens. That is a negative slope, definitely a negative slope. So you should draw yourself a reminder on your paper that this is a negative slope. So we will say 3 over 1, which is going to be negative, or we can say -3 is our slope. We found the slope. The next thing we have to do is find the y-intercept. If I extend my y-axis and I extend the line, I think that the y-intercept is going to be here at 3, but I am not 100% sure. It's very difficult to tell what the y-intercept is. So I made myself a note. We can't tell what the y-intercept is. We can't tell what the y-intercept is. But we have a point and we have a slope. We have a point and we have a slope. Since we have a point and a slope, we can use the point-slope form. Now you say, Mr. Phillips, we actually have 2 points, 1, 1, and 2, -2. Which one do I use? It doesn't matter which pair of shoes you put on, just don't put on the same shoes that the Bears put on yesterday when they lost the Seahawks. You can use the order pair 1, 1, or you can use the order pair 2, -2, it doesn't matter. So I'm going to use this ordered pair to put on these shoes. So I'm going to take out y1. I'm going to put in 1. I'm going to take out x1, and I'm going to put in 1. I'm going to take out m, and we said earlier that our slope was -3. The question above asked me to write my equation in standard form. This is point-slope form. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to distribute the right side of the equation, or I'm going to do the distributive property here. -3 times x is going to be -3x. -3 times -1 is going to be +3. Now I copy the rest of the equation. I have y minus 1 equals negative 3x plus 3. My last step, I'm going to rewrite the equation in standard form. Remember that standard form is ax plus by equals c. We're going to simplify and collect the x and y terms on the left side. We're going to put our constants on the right side. Remember that the constants are going to be the tornadoes for standard form. So negative 1 is a constant. It's constantly alone. It doesn't have a variable, so put a tornado above it. Positive 3 is constantly alone. It never has a variable. Put a tornado on it. We are going to get our tornadoes on the right-hand side because they're going to be C. I'm going to take my negative 1 and I'm going to move it over to the right side of my equation. The inverse of subtracting was to add 1. Add 1 to both sides. 3 plus 1 gives me 4. Bring down the y. Bring down your equal sign. Bring down the negative 3x. Remember that my constant 4 is my tornado, so I'm going to move the minus 3x to the left side of my equation. The inverse of subtracting 3x is to add 3x. I'll do it to both sides. Now I have 3x. Remember that y is a SPY, so he is going to be a positive. Bring down your equal sign. Bring down your 4. Now ask yourself, do you have the x and y terms on the same side? Yes, we do. And we have our constant, which in this case is going to be 4, all by itself. So the tornado is all by itself. We have our answer. Our answer in standard form is 3x plus y equals 4. Remember, your constant is going to be the number that is all by itself. In standard form, the constant is always a tornado. Thanks for watching. Better luck to the Bears and Bucks next week.